Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. Yeah, I am live. It's okay. So, welcome back. I'm live. So, what are we seeing over here? And now I'm going to open up this time frame on the 1 hour chart time frame, and that's not enough. I'll open on the 30-minute time frame. This is within Bitcoin. We've seen the open up of the New York session, and you're seeing bit of some volatility. 21,246. I'm looking at another range about to 21,062. Let me delete this. Okay. Bit of some volatility over there. So I'm looking at the range between 21,062, 21,247. If it's able to recover this candle that it left on 21,792, I'll be quite bullish on Bitcoin. So you're seeing the open up of the stock market, and then I'm going also to enable it on a 30-minute time frame. The chart looks bearish. There it is. The chart looks bearish. It's going down, down, and down, and down as I probably predicted. Let me try to make a pattern that is quite. So you're on the red. We've opened up on the 37.28. Now you're seeing a 36.99. Quite red also on the stocks. Tesla is down negative 4.74% within 24 hours. And Netflix is down negative 3.637. Apple, Tesla, and stocks are down. Oil is also down. Gold is also trickling down negative 0.14%. These are the 30-minute time frame. Where's that liquidity? Where's that liquidity? Where's that liquidity? Liquidity is now 20,800 worth 460 BTC. You can see this quite volatile movement within the BTC as of now. Between 21,000 and 70, there's large buy orders, there's large sell orders at 235 BTC. At 21,400, Bitcoin is now going lower. The bids are now at 477 BTC to 20,700. The price is at 21,020. We are moving much lower than that. We're moving quite fast, as you can see. The bids are getting lower and lower and lower and lower. There it is, 20,980 price of Bitcoin, liquidity getting lower, 505 Bitcoin at 20,100. Will that wiped out from the market? 348 gone. It's gone. It's gone. At 20,900, it's been wiped out. The liquidity that was there at 700 BTC has already gone. It's been purchased. We are getting lower and lower. And now the price BTC is at 20,700. Let's now head over to the SP 500. It's also moving much lower. I'm using the line rather than using the um rather than using the candle. I'm using the line. Let me go back with the candles. Much lower, much lower, much lower within the markets, much lower. It's moving much lower, 36.95, 36.95. It had an open up of 37.28. It's now 36.95. Its lowest at 36.92. At 36.92, will it move much lower than this? We are now on the open up. It's just 5 minutes away from the open up. Remember, this much stable trade at after 1 hour to 1 hour, 30 minutes or 2 hours is pumped up back a bit from 36.92 back to 36.96, and what's happening with BTC? BTC is coming back down direct. It's just had that exact week up to 20,984, then immediately pumped back up to 21,247, and now it's trickling back down. A target of 20,859 is a good target for us to look, but if Bitcoin is able to break down below that 20,859, quite bearish within BTC. What's happening with the funding rate? The funding rate are negative at negative 0.006%. Majority of people are still shorting the market, but it's not much. It's not much shorts compared to how the volume was before. We are moving back to BTC 21,137. Where are the bids? Where are the bids? Where are the bids? Where are bids? We moved back up a bit. So there's a bit of a fake pump when we opened up back to 21,600. Again, We pump back up from that liquidity of $21,000 worth 600, 700 BTC, pump back up to 21,200, and it seems like we're getting much lower to the levels of 20,900, or you're seeing a 270 BTC, and then another level of 20,800 BTC worth 341. Remember, we had a bid of BTC around 700 to 600 at a bid of 20,700, and now it's been wiped out from the market. So there's much buying limit order than selling. We might be getting back to the levels of $20,000 worth of BTC to be purchased at 827.5 BTC, and another order at 17,500 or 2,362 BTC. So you're stagnating as of now. Let me move back. The price of Bitcoin to 2120, it's still holding up quite well, but today seems quite bearish. Remember, I said the European market open was bearish for stocks. Okay, it was a bit bearish for stocks, not that much, but as an aggressive selling, we are down at negative 2.51% within the SP 500, negative 2.52%. This is increasing much lower. What's happening to Cardano as an example? And let's check, and Cardano on 30-minute time frame went much lower to 0. It fell from 0.5004 to 0.4918. We're still waiting for that huge volatility movement and a confirmation. Much lower, 3689 from 3692 was the lowest for the SP 500. They're moving much lower. And what's happening to BTC? Down. It's testing that level of 21,065. 21,065. We're looking at another target of 20,859. So the question is, are we about to see targets over here? One, two, three, one, two, three, four, five, six. 6 weeks have been forming within this range. Are we about to see a breakout to this level of 20,859? There it is. It's much lower. Let's make a target of 20,859 within the 30-minute time frame. Let's see how that goes. Let's see how that goes. The bids are moving much lower. The bids are moving much lower. 10,700 worth 427 BTC. That's 682. Okay, that's 682. That's 682. We need to move much lower from that 682. That's 682.76. What's happening to one of the altcoins, EDA 48.881? It took a dip up to 48.75. Okay, Bitcoin 21,026 is moving much lower. It's moving much lower. Let's see if it's retesting this zone. It's retesting the zone of $20,859. $20,859 is a price for myself to look at. Okay, it's retested that zone. It's now having a bit of a retest from 20 at $21,062. What's happening within the SP 500 is also moving up a bit. 3685, but already touched at the level of 3682. Where's that liquidity? Has liquidity added up? Yes. More buying orders of liquidity have added up at the level of 10,700. We are now seeing a 418 to 423 compared to the selling orders. Okay. That's something nice to look at. RSR dropping. Let's go back to ADA. Also took a bit of a downtown to 4890, trying to pump back up. We're seeing that resistance at 21,065. Testing the zone. I'm waiting for that $20,859 in price of bids to be filled. You're not moving as of now. You're having a lot of difficulty within that resistance point of 21,076. Trying to pump back up to 21,247. Bids are trying to pump back up to 21,247. The SP 500 pumped back a bit from 3688, but it had a lows of 3681. Will it move much further on the downturn? Will it move much further on the downturn up to 3670 or 75? This is a 30-minute time frame. It's moved much lower than yesterday's FOMC meeting. Mark that word. It moved lower than yesterday's FOMC meeting. Quite bearish within the market as of today. Netflix is down negative 2.38%, Tesla is down negative 3.99%, and Apple is down negative 3.34%. 3686, will it fill that bid to the lower lows? Okay, bid is getting back to 21,075. Boom, there it is. Targets already filled within the 30-minute time frame to 21,247 to 21,067. Is getting much lower to the end, another entry of 20,859, where I'll be much bearish within Bitcoin. Okay, it's getting back lower to 21,031. I'm waiting for that drop. I'm waiting for that drop on a target of 20,859. Back to that retest. We're having a lot of difficulty surpassing this retest. Might we have the idea of us moving sideways over here like this? Might we be moving on this zone? Is this a nice demand zone where you can say probably it's hard for us to break? So that means if the BTC is able to break the 21,062, it will be quite bearish and it will drop immediately to the level of $20,859 in price of Bitcoin. Target to look at is this. Okay, target to look at is this. This is another target to look at. I'm waiting for that target. If it's able to break the 21,247, it will seem quite bullish within Bitcoin. Stocks are pumping back up. It's now from that level of 3680 back to 3689. Orders increased? Have orders increased? No, orders haven't increased. You're still between limit orders are from it's now from 20,700 back to 20,800. But much liquidity on the buying orders. Tesla dropping much further to negative 4.41% within 24 hours. No, from the open up of the market. Apple is also down negative 3.12%. Netflix is down negative 2.84%. quite a bearish movement within our relative strength index on the SP 500. It's not showing any inversion happening within the market. Same thing is showing a decline within the stochastic RSI. That means we might head much lower. It's come back to that 36.95, 36.96, 36.95 on the market, pumping back up 36.97. Will it be above the previous point that it opened on 37.28, or are we about to have a bit of a fake pump in the market? At 694. So what seemed on BTC is that we seemed to have had a bit of a fake pump 1 hour from now, where we simply pumped back to, it was around 21,500, if you can remember quite well. We've pumped just 1 hour ago, we pumped up to $21,500, and now we are heading back to the level of the resistance at 21,242, and you're having a suffering of the support at 21,111. Break this point and I'll be bullish at a level of 21,247 within the 30-minute time frame. SP500, what is it doing? It's pumping back up, but there's a wick that has formed. So majority of the buyers were over here from the level of 3680 to 3695. Orders still kept instant, but the limit orders have increased. The buying orders have now increased from 20,700 up to 20,800 and 20,900. That 693, that 680 is a week. I'm just looking, if will it recover the week of that 680 on a shorter time frame? BT seems to be pumping up 21,179, but stocks are are on a limbo. They are bleeding continuously. It seems we might not have much volatility as of today. Not that much of a volatility. That means you'll have to trade on a high leverage. Okay. We are not moving at all from this zone. If we could be bullish, just on my term, if we could be bullish, we could have broken this point. We could be testing the zones of 21,247 back up. But look at this one large red candle that formed from the 21,792 back to the level of 21,225. We are having much difficulty, and now we are getting much lower, 21,075. SP500 will go back lower. Will it go below the wick of 3680? I'm keeping tabs in that. Will it go below 3680? We are now at 3687, 3686. 3687, 3686. Look at this large red candle that formed over here. Just look at it. one large red candle after the open from 37.13 to 36.78. So you know that the market will stabilize after 1 hour from now. That's between 5:30 to 6 p.m. But as you can see, as of today, it seems that we'll have a bit of some bleed in the market. So majority of traders are waiting for this confirmation. So it doesn't mean that if you're shorting, you'll get much profit, because you're seeing that the market has people are really scared within the market. The market has been oversold, and you're seeing majority of people, we are seeing low volume in the market. A majority of people are trying to go long and short, but we are forming those low volumes in the market. There's a lot of low volumes in the market. You're not having that much volatility from 21k to 19k or 18k, but things seems to be bearish in the market as of today currently. It's now at 686. As I've said, we are not surpassing the level of resistance. We are just testing the level of support, especially at Bitcoin. Look, we are just hovering around this zone. Okay, you're hovering around this zone. We're waiting for a huge confirmation to see where we'll held up next. A target I'm keenly looking. Look, we are now about to complete that week to 20,859. Will that happen? You can see it's going lower and lower and lower from 2014. Let's see if you'll form a week of 20,859. It formed a week once, it formed a week twice, it was about to form another one thrice, and now let's see if this week will completely come down to 20,859. If it breaks 20,800 to 20,700, I'll be quite bearish within Bitcoin, and then we might fall to $19,000 or 19,500 to $19,800 at the targets I'm looking at on Bitcoin. Look, we are about to complete that week, 20,985. Will we test 20,859? There it is. It's coming back down. Yes, yes, yes. Come back down. I want that volatility where the market orders. Market orders have gone much lower. There's much buying at 20,700. Remember, it was wiped out before. We are now seeing BTC buy orders at 547 worth of Bitcoin at the buy orders at a price of 20,970. Let's go back to Bitcoin. Yes, it was about, it came back to the lows of 2059. It's about to start 2859 on a high leverage, probably between a 10 to a 20x book profits, move on. So as I said in the previous video, if you've checked, I'm looking at such targets like 2859 going on a short position. Going on a short position. I said I'm expecting a bearish momentum on the markets today. If you've seen the previous video, that is. Try to retest that zone, man. Try to retest that zone. Same thing is happening to the SP 500. I'm only using one equity to trade on. The rest are just the same, and I'm also looking at Bitcoin on the other side. We are now at 20,900. If I'm checking our stochastic RSI within the 30-minute time frame, we aren't even oversold yet, but we're seeing a high level of the stochastic RSI. That doesn't tell us that they are corresponding both with each other. If it could be lower and lower, I could say it would be a good entry, but we're waiting for the confirmation of a simple breakout. 21K. This tells you a lot. This tells you people haven't yet decided or priced in where the market will head from here. We are now testing 21,020 and then 2,859. This tells you a lot that there might be fear in the market after we break the 20,890 and we might head back immediately to the level of 20,500 to even 20,300 or even 19K. People are just waiting for that confirmation to see if we'll break much lower. But now we are hearing the narrative that Bitcoin has never gone below its previous all-time high. Who told you that? The market sentiment always changes. The market sentiment always changes. There's always a first time for everything. So I'm still expecting lower lows on Bitcoin's price. Why? Yes, the central bank have decided 75 basis point. Bank of England have decided, I think, 25 basis point, and the rest of the countries. But has it been priced in? Has it even been implemented at the first place? They just made a statement. We need to see action in the market, not words, action. Mhm. There's a fight here. There are a lot of buyers at the level of 3,679, and then with Bitcoin, there are a lot of buyers at the level of 20,895. Let's see that price where it's coming from. Where is it? 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 And the orders were 20,800 is worth 400 Bitcoin, and 20,700 is worth 532 Bitcoin. You can see there's much orders at the $20,700 level, and also the level of $20,800 level. There's much BTC that is being targeted on. But look at the selling orders over here on our bookmark. You're not seeing much selling orders at the level of 21,300, 21,200. Look at the dark red candles. Majority of people are buying rather than selling as of now. So I'm looking at the targets of 20,700. And how does the trading funding rate look? If you look at Bitcoin, the funding rate is at negative 0.0063. But if you look on Bybit, there is where much volume comes in the market. Be careful, the screen will be bright. So adjust your screen if you feel that the screen is bright by opening this up. Let's see where much of the volume is coming from right now. Where is much of the volume coming from? Coinbase, the volume delta is at 20.7, Bitstamp 14.3, Binance at 1.4. But look in BitMEX, we're seeing a 3.55 million worth of Bitcoins. Now, let's head over to our funding rate. Where is Bybit? Here is Bybit. The funding rate is at negative 0.00112%. That means majority of people are going short. Look at FTX, negative 0.0016. So people are no longer, much of the people are now trading on Bybit and FTX compared to Binance, OKEx, and the rest of the exchanges. So people are quite salty within the market. And we have formed another red candle within the 30-minute time frame. It seems like we might be falling down to 22,859, and this is on the chart within the 30-minute time frame, ladies and gentlemen. Look at the SP 500, same thing, the 30-minute time frame, another engulfing candle has just appeared. Will it overlap the previous week candle? Let's see how that occurs with time. Let's see how that occurs with time. If you are in shorts or you have gone in shorts, please book your profits. You can look at the previous video. I said I'm expecting a bearish momentum in cryptocurrencies and the stock market as of today. And now it's happening live on your screen. Look at that candle, how it's forming. Exactly as it should. It's about to surpass the $36.80 price level. There it is, 36.80. It's just about to. It's just about to overlap the previous week candle that opened at the 4:30 p.m. session. 36.83 price right now. What's happening with BTC? Same thing. It formed a week. Now it's pumping back up. But is the SP 500 week pumping back up? No. No, no, no. This is just to trap some few traders. Where are the orders coming in from? Let's see where the orders are coming in from. We're waiting for the live, waiting for the live, waiting for the live to happen, waiting for the live to happen, waiting. And at that time, you're seeing a drop to 21,000. There's another resistance level over there. You're seeing within the SP 500, you're seeing a drop. Okay, another green candle has just engulfed. Buyers and sellers are fighting on this week. That this week tells you that a lot of buyers and sellers fighting at the range of 36.87 to a level of 36.80. You can see pattern forming red, pattern forming green. It's trying to overlap. Buyers and sellers are fighting within the 30-minute candle time frame. $36.83, about to have that retest at the 36.80 levels, $3,680 level, just about to. Mhm, mhm. The pattern is fighting. The patterns are fighting. Mhm, mhm, mhm. 30-minute time frame. I'm waiting for a retest to 3680. Did BTC touched? Is about to touch that zone of 20,859. It's about to touch the level of 30,859. There it is. It's forming that week at the 3680 price dollars level. 3680 is getting back low. There it is. There it is. Grasp. Touch it, 30. There it is. It's gone below 3680. BTC down 20,863. $20,863 level. If you're trading on long leverage, this is a nice point entry where you need to look at. This is the exact point of entry where you need to look at. There it is, formed much lower. There it is, matching 20,745. Nice. This is what we were waiting for. This is what we were waiting for exactly after 36 minutes. This is what exactly we were waiting for. Nice. Will it have a retest at the 20,859? Will it have that retest at 20,859? Yeah, waiting for that level 2,795. It moved You can see altcoin started bleeding exactly as it should, went much lower, went much lower. This is nice, ladies and gentlemen. This is nice. This is nice. This is nice. People are now scared. Pumping back up 20,881. Back to $20,859 in price. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. 20,874. Come on, come on, come on. Let's have a retest or it will move much lower. Let's see, man. But profits have already been booked at the level of 10,859. Those are targets to look at. It went much, the wick went much lower than that. And look at, you can see how bearish this is in the market today. We have seen the SP 500 falling on a level of negative 3%. The Dow Jones falling at level negative 3.59%. And the dollar index is also crashing a bit at a level negative 0.13%. We've gone much lower at the 20,859. Let's see if it's trying to retest this week. If we don't retest this week, we might be heading further down in the markets. We might be heading further down in the markets. There it is. It's retesting those zones. So if it's retesting those zones, we are looking at another lower week of $20,296 in price of Bitcoin. $20,296 in price of Bitcoin. Okay, testing that week, filled the gap now. Target number one, achieved target number two, achieved target number three, achieved, and now we're looking at target number four. We're now looking at that target number four. So we have seen the large vector candle simply originated from the level of $20,500. Let's look at where that wick is forming up. 10,500, another target for myself to look at if I've simply shorted Bitcoin. Test this zone, man. Test it. I've already tested as my first booking profits target at 20,859. Test the zone of 2,511. Test the zone of 20,296, and we are done with the trade as of today, ladies and gentlemen. We are done with the trade. Boom, down further. SP 500 is now opening up at 3674. 3674. The 30-minute time frame might be closing at 3674 in price, ladies and gentlemen. It broke its resistance point, which it broke its support level at 3680, which is now at its resistance point. See, today seems to be a bearish day in the markets. Bearish day in the market. So it's heading much further. That 673. Okay, that 673. What's happening to the price of BTC? It's heading much lower, but not much lower compared to the SP 500 at its lowest point. Bitcoin is now at the price of $20,741, and the SP 500 at its lowest at 2673. Let's see how that zone will retest. Let's see how that zone will retest. having a zone to test at 36.68, 36.68, 36.68, 36.73 is the lowest. Bitcoin, come on, man. Test the 20,511. Test that zone of $20,511, man. Is the 30-minute time frame. You're trading within the 30-minute or 15-minute time frame. Where is that wick going to open and close on? I'm interested just shorting on a shorter time frame. It is testing this back zone to the low zone of 20,851. It was testing that zone to 20,851, but touched a week of 20,754. ADA, it's simply dropping. It touched a level 0.4780, now at 0.4820. So I was looking at this zone to be filled up. So if ADA breaks at 0.4754, then I will say it's bearish on the markets. There it is. It's tested that zone of 36.73. Will it have another next 30-minute candle? Where will the next 30-minute candle open on? Is it 36.73 heading much lower, or will we see a recovery candle? Currently, we aren't seeing any recovery candle in the market. Let's see where the next 30-minute candle will be opening up on the SP 500. Mm-hmm. Lowest is at 673. Now it's at the range of 3678. It's trying to fight on that 3680 zone. How are stocks doing? Apple negative 3.81%, Tesla negative 6.02%, Netflix negative 3.79%. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's getting much lower to the level of 3673. Let's see if it will retest that 3673 or move much lower than it. There it is, moving much lower, 3674, 3673. There it is, 3673. Will it head much lower? 3673, 3673. Part back up to 3675. So there seems to be a bit of some resistance at the $3673 level. Are we seeing any inverse reaction within our relative strength index and our stochastic RSI? Nope, we are not seeing any incline or moving upwards. Still bearish on stocks that is within the 30-minute time frame. Same thing you're seeing with BTC. It tested the lows of 20,741 and it seems to be pumped. BTC seems to be trying to pump back up while stocks are bearish on the 30-minute time frame. Where orders coming from right now? BitMEX 2.13 1.64 million. BitMEX, where are you? BitMEX. It is BitMEX. Funding rate negative 0.0163 negative 0.0163%. So many shorts have built up in the markets. So BTC is trying to form a bit of some fake pump, because if you're trying to see the same correlation, then stocks, BTC is following a fake pump from 20,769 to $21,000 level. There it is. A green candle has just occurred on BTC. Out of the SP 500, there isn't any green candle opening up on the SP 500. There isn't any, but with Bitcoin, it's forming up. So is this a fake pump on BTC? There it is, 21,064. 2056 continue having that fake pump. I'm not seeing that relation with the stocks. Okay, stocks are pumping back up. It's now 3679. I'm looking at Bitcoin filling another order to the level of 20,000, not 20,000, 20,511. Now we're seeing a reversal in the pattern. Currently, that is only on Bitcoin. You're seeing a reversal in the pattern. Are we seeing a reversal in stocks? Yes, you're beginning to see a reversal in stocks. Negative 2.89. So it just pumped from 3673 back to 3681. This within the 30-minute time frame candle. You're seeing a bit of some reversal. So was this the lowest point as it was today within the stocks? Let's see where the next 30-minute candle will be opening at. Where will the next 30-minute candle be opening up in the stocks and also on Bitcoin? This is just a long week that has just been overlapped by buyers. It doesn't mean that now it's bullish. We need to recover up to 21,252 so that we can say that now the market is bullish. But as of now, nothing yet. Still bearish momentum in the markets. Same thing, AD has just pumped from 0.4798 back to 0.4875. We are seeing wicks forming up. You're seeing wicks forming up. You're seeing wicks forming up. Stocks are pumping. So already stocks have dumped negative 2.86%. Might it fall further within today by 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Kenyan time? What's happening with the BTC? There it is. Another candle has just formed up. A red candle has just formed up on Bitcoin. A red candle has formed up. Yes, yes, yes. Mm-hmm. 20,977. 20,977 stocks pumping much lower. It's now trying to retest that back zone to that 3673 price on the SP 500. Is getting much lower. Will it break the 3673? Will it break it? Let's see if it will retest it. Will it break it? Will it break it? There it is moving much lower, much lower, much lower. It's heading lower and lower and lower. Mhm. Bitcoin. Test this man. Test the $20,511. Where are the orders marked at? Where are the orders marked at? The orders now are at still 20,700 is a nice level to look at what orders worth 341 Bitcoin. 341 Bitcoin is a level to look at that zone. That is the 20,700. So this is where limit orders are on BTC. That's why we are having a lot of difficulty pumping above that week, pumping up to the week of 20,700 where orders have been kept at. Yes. Let's see where the other 30-minute candle will be forming. 20,700 is a level to look at. If it breaks the 20,700 and the orders are still there, then we are expecting an immediate fall to 20,511. Just patience. Patience is the key. Patience is the key. So you're pumping back up that 680. You're pumping back up fast. You're pumping back up fast. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. getting much lower. BTC, what are you doing? Fight, there's a fight here. Now this is a nice support to look at. 20,700 is an interesting pattern. We touched the 20,744. We are now looking at the pattern of 20,700 on BTC. The SP 500 trying to form that week, but it's pumping back up. BTC getting much lower, 20,993, 20,992. So stocks are not moving at this point. Might we get stuck at this point? Because we are seeing low volumes in the market. So the best time was to trade on it to had that bit of a fake pump from 21,247 back to the level of 20,859 as a target I talked to be looking at. 10,998, 21,015. Stocks, they're pumping back up. So if you've seen the chart already, this is what I like to say before I give it a closure. So this week might be the last week that we've seen today on the SP 500. So it seems like we won't be having much volume within the markets as of now. Okay. So we've just had a drop up to 36.72. So we might be heading over this range bit by bit, bit by bit, bit by bit before any other movement in the market. You can see a green candle has started forming up, and this is where a lot of resistance it is in the market, resistance and support. That means if you want to go green as of now, we'll have to surpass from 36.72 back to 37.11. If you look at the BTC chart, we are seeing a wick that has also formed. It needs to surpass the level of 21,247. Will that happen today or overnight? It's very difficult to see the stocks falling on a level of even above 5%. Those are equities. That's the Nasdaq, Dow Jones, and the SP 500. Today we have seen a drop of negative 2.72%. So there's a bit of some bleeding in the market. Tesla is negative 5.75%. It's just recovered a bit. Netflix negative 3.41% and Apple negative 3.19%. So if BTC continues to drop, there's much liquidity at the level of 20,700 Bitcoin at that price. I'm not seeing that generation wick that has formed over here. Not yet, not yet, not yet, not yet, not yet. So I am looking at the interest of, there it is, a week has formed. This might be the bottom of today. So it's sideways movement. If you already shorted, book your profits. If you shorted from yesterday or today or before I did the session, book your profits as of now. I was just taking at the 36.72. So you already reached the target number one we've talked about. That is 20,859. But there's much liquidity at 20,700. So the next entry to look at is 20,698, $20,700. And another level is $20,500 level on Bitcoin. So this video was just to trade on shorter time frames, not longer time frames. I was doing this Bitcoin. I was doing this video to just see the opening up of the New York. We do it together and we'll be able to trade on shorter and shorter time frames. So currently we are seeing an upward movement on Bitcoin, and you're also seeing an upward movement on the SP 500. So are we expecting any dump as of now? I said before in the previous video, there's much low volume in the market. Let's not expect a busiest downturn in the market. By that I'm meaning a level of $13,000, $10,000, not as of now, but it might happen gradually. So if you've loved the content, please like, subscribe, and we'll meet each other tomorrow. Cheers and peace.